What's going on, you guys? This is your boy RBG, aka the Random Black Gamer, bringing you more news and updates on Transformers Reactivate. I hope you guys have been enjoying all the coverage I've been bringing you on this game because I'm as just excited as you are. The rumor mill shows no signs of stopping and we have a lot to go over, so stay tuned. Before we dive into today's topic, I want to give a major thanks to our sponsor, Bespoke Post. They're a monthly membership club delivering a box of awesome in the form of top shelf goods from under the radar companies. 90% of the products come from small brands, many of which are based right here in the US. We're talking brands such as Bare Bones from Salt Lake City, who crafted this awesome knife from their Terra kit, and there's the Damascus knife made by Buck and Bear Knives located in Pennsylvania. Some of my favorite products include the Nomad kit, which is this lightweight backpack that features an interior pocket to stuff it in, a survival LED headlamp to light your darkest hour, a stainless steel M8 water bottle, and a delicious toasted coconut vanilla bean bar to replenish your energy. I also think the Flicker Fire kit is the perfect add-on to complete my outdoor excursions. It runs on rubbing alcohol, which is clean burning and safe to cook over. And it doesn't just stop at outdoor goods. Bespoke Post also introduces their members to other cool things such as barware, home and kitchen goods, clothing, and even more based on a preference quiz you fill out every month. Every box of awesome has around $70 worth of goods inside, but costs you only a fraction of the value, and you can preview your box before it's shipped. That's right, you'll get a box of awesome assigned to you, and before it's shipped you'll get a preview of what comes inside to decide if you like to 1. Keep it, 2. Swap it out for a different box, or 3. Skip the month entirely for no charge. You only pay for what you want. So yeah, you should definitely check this out. By simply clicking the link in the description box and entering this checkout code, you can get 20% off your first box of awesome. But yeah guys, as I was saying, things seem to be picking up very fast for Transformers Reactivate. Although it's been a slow and somewhat tumultuous process, it's been an exciting ride, thanks largely in part to RoboGamer1HD, who has been hitting it out of the park with all these different awesome leaks. And usually when these things surface on the internet unofficially, we kind of feel bad for the actual developers, right? But I think the people over at Certain Affinity really appreciate this because, like I said, they're at the mercy of Hasbro, who isn't quite ready to reveal everything they have in store because they always try to get everything in line in terms of their toys and other forms of merchandise. So in essence, all the leakers and social media influencers have been doing the heavy lifting of providing details on this game for a Certain Affinity. But since we're creeping up on that 1-year anniversary for the reveal trailer for Transformers Reactivate, we're going to be seeing a metric ton of new details on this game. Because if you aren't aware, the Game Awards is right around the corner. We're talking the 7th of this month, which is this Thursday. And if you haven't noticed, that's going to be the 1-year anniversary of the first reveal trailer we got for Transformers Reactivate, leaving many, including myself, to believe that we'll be seeing a new trailer at this year's Game Awards. That seems to be the go-to spot for all the different new Transformers video game trailers. We're talking all the way back in December 2011 when we got that awesome cinematic trailer for Transformers Fall of Cybertron titled The Humbling River by Pucifer. I still think that's the best Transformers reveal we've ever gotten and nothing has topped it since, but I am hoping that Certain Affinity has cooked up something awesome that'll do that, because the reveal trailer that we got for Reactivate was nothing more than a little taste sample. But for this next go around, we could be looking at a huge serving. We're talking story elements and most of all gameplay. At this point, I think it's important for the studio to go all out and give us everything we need to know about this game and ultimately reassure us that we're getting a Transformers property that lives up to the hype. And according to RoboGamer1HD, it may do just that because he's had an actual hands-on experience with the game, and he's saying that it supersedes everything he's played when it comes to Transformers video games, which are some big words. Like, I hope these are true words. I feel like Fall of Cybertron just set such a high standard when it comes to a Transformers video game, but I put all my trust in RoboGamer1HD. I don't think he's just hyping things up just for the sake of doing that. I feel like Transformers Reactivate brings a lot to the table because its premise in general is something new and invigorating to the franchise. Having the Autobots and Decepticons ally with one another because they have no other choice, it's just an awesome thing, man. I think this new Legion is going to be a welcomed addition to the rogues gallery of the Transformers, and one we'll remember for years to come. And since we're already on the topic of the Legion, we might as well go over what we already know. We know that they're this intelligent and powerful hive-minded virus hell-bent on consuming everything around them, and they have the Earth in a chokehold. Everything has been consumed by them, and all that stands between them is the Earth Defense Command and the Transformers Transformers. That's all we knew. That was just the general synopsis that we got from the actual developers on their website, but we didn't understand the full context of this. But thanks largely in part to RoboGamer1HD, we now know more about what happened before everything just went awry. It starts off with the usual war between the Autobots and Decepticons, only for that battle to be interrupted by an even graver threat that attacks both factions. As military planes fly overhead, we see Optimus Prime standing on the edge of New York, and with the sound of defeat in his voice, he sends out a message to the Autobots and the Decepticons, urging them to help fight this new enemy. From there, we see multiple ships crash land in different parts of the globe and begin rooting themselves in the Earth's soil. And with no other choice, the Autobots and Decepticons are forced to forge an alliance and try to fight off this new Legion threat. Before Optimus Prime can relay his final message, the Legion lets off an electromagnetic pulse that shuts down every form of technology, including the Cybertronians, who go into instant stasis. So this basically fills in a huge gap on what happened in the reveal trailer, because we see all the chaos caused by the Legion, and we see characters such as Ratchet, Ironhide, and Bumblebee rushing in to fight the Legion, but all of a sudden things black out and we come back to this human setting where we see these characters reactivating what looks to be Bumblebee. But now we know that that blackout was caused by an EMP, and one of the most important details of all is that that event took place 80 years ago. So in essence, the humans have been trying to survive for 80 years, and we are now in the future where the Autobots and Decepticons have now been reactivated. We learned of these details from one of the main human protagonists, Cassandra, also known as Andrea Fairborn. She says that the human race was almost wiped extinct and had to survive for 80 years without the Cybertronians' help. And now she leads a renegade team called the EDC, or Earth Defense Command, against the Legion to reactivate Transformers along the way. Cassandra is said to be very proficient in combat and a very tactical performer on the battlefield. She also possesses an expansive amount of knowledge pertaining to the Legion and how to deal with them. In one of my previous videos, I predicted that this was in fact a descendant of the Fairborns, because when I observed Bumblebee's heads-up display after his reactivation, it showed that he confused her with her grandmother or great-great-grandmother, Marissa Fairborn, who's most likely going to be one of the founding members of the EDC. As they progress through the game, players will be able to experience Cassandra's growth and resilience as she learns more about the Autobots and Decepticons. She'll also be overseeing things in the customization hangar in the Teletran station, where she'll guide you through all the available options to customize your character to fit your desired playstyle. Speaking of playstyle, RoboGamer1HD suggests that this game is going to have a hefty mixture of the previous video game installments. We're talking Transformers Devastation, Transformers Fall of Cybertron, and even some Transformers Revenge of the Fallen up in there, which I am very surprised by. Each character will have a light and heavy attack, followed by a primary and secondary weapon, which will overheat if you'll use them for long durations, and they'll come equipped with one ultimate attack. And guys, I know you are getting tired of just hearing about the gameplay, you're ready to see it. I know we've been getting a lot of hints on how this gameplay will be from the box art on the toys, where it shows characters such as Optimus Prime fighting alongside Soundwave, but we really want to see how this thing looks in action. And apparently there's a lot of gameplay waiting to be shown off, but due to NDAs we can't just give you that just yet. But RoboGamer1HD did provide some actual in-game footage showing how the characters look in motion, or at least in their idle animations. As you see, we have a shot here of Bumblebee in his idle animation, and it looks really good. And yes, it's at a low bit rate, and YouTube's compression doesn't do it any justice, but I think this just gives us a good sign of where we're at, man. Like, this looks really good. And just think, right, this is probably something from the pre-alpha build, so it's probably seen a lot of improvements, because as you know, this game is going to be running on Unreal Engine 5, which boasts a lot of features under its hood. I have no doubt that this game is going to be running very smooth. The characters are going to be moving fast. According to RoboGamer1HD, the transformations are the smoothest he's ever seen in any Transformers video game, and I can't wait to see how that's going to look. He also provided us with a shot of Starscream in his idle animation, and both of them just look really good, man. I really love this version of Starscream. Has a bit of G1 with a modern aesthetic to him. Looks very menacing and sneaky at the same time, just giving off that duplicitous nature that we know him for. Based on these backgrounds, it looks like they're going to be waiting in the Teletran station. It's undoubtedly going to serve as the main hub of the Transformers. I noticed this spot was being promoted a lot throughout all the different materials, such as the toys. For example, you can see Optimus Prime and Soundwave standing in the Teletran station, where they'll be receiving most of their customizations. Speaking of which, we gotta talk about this this cool thing that could potentially be a customization, which is this awesome picture of what seems to be a powered up Bumblebee. And if you ask me, this seems like a reference to his old gold bug look from the G1 show and comics, because he has gold trim on certain parts of his armor, not to mention that he looks like he's going to be beefed up a little bit. I know some people say that they don't like the blue lighting going across his chest and arms, but I think that looks cool. It kind of gives you the idea that he might be supercharged with energon and ready to fight the Legion. I also think this is indicative of all the different power-ups we could potentially see in this game, because I heard there's going to be a slew of different aspects that we can look forward to, some which include multiversal affairs with different versions of these characters, which if these rumors are true, this game could be played for years to come. The original vanilla version seems like it's going to be very promising, since it's said to have maps that are expansive as the ones seen in Marvel Spider-Man. Overall, I am very excited for this, man. We are less than 24 hours away from potentially seeing more when it comes to Transformers Reactivate from the officials. We're talking a cinematic trailer that could segue into awesome gameplay and potentially a release date reveal, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you guys. What do you think about all these details? Are you liking it? What do you think about the idle animations for Bumblebee and Starscream? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, I ask that you like or dislike the video. It doesn't have to be a thumbs up, it can be a thumbs down. But if you really enjoyed it, I'd appreciate it if you shared it with all your friends and followers on all the different social media outlets. Sharing is caring. But once again, this is your boy RBG, aka the Random Black Gamer, signing out on another video. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.